to the channel. You joined me on the Easter weekend and I'm finally out on Bruce. Oh, it's been a while. There's been a lot of trials and tribulations with this bike, and work gets in the way, and you know what, I'm always full of excuses initially when I do these uploads, but you know how life gets in the way, and you know, uploading to YouTube has just kind of gone out the window just lately, so apologies for that. But anyway, welcome back on board. So, set out at 9 o'clock this morning, which is super early for me. And we're heading down to Salisbury. Down to a place called Imber, I-M-B-E-R. Which is an abandoned village in the middle of Salisbury Plain. I believe it is now used by the military for training purposes, but just twice a year they open it up to the public to go and visit. So I have always wanted to go to Imber and just see what it's all about, really. I'll tell you about the history of it when we get there, as to like when it which way are we going? I think we're going straight on. For some reason my sat-nav's gone into dark mode. Oh gold, I've just gone the wrong way. Oh, welcome to Jen's Adventures. Okay, let's try again. So, this is going to be like the first big adventure on Bruce. You know, this is the first big day trip since I've done all the repairs, like the switch gear and the charging system, and I don't know whether I should say it, but so far so good. It's been an absolute pleasure this morning so far. So we're about an hour away from Salisbury Plain, and let's see what it's all about. So here we are in the rolling plains of Wiltshire, and we're just heading past Salisbury Hill. Oh, it's so windy. But the sun's out and it's raining all at the same time. Salisbury Hill, standing there on this weird spring day of rain and sun all at the same time. So I don't think we're far from Imber now. I'm going to guess that it's going to be pretty windy up on Salisbury Plain. That's okay. And of course, if ever you come down this way, there are so many byways, so you can see one just, I don't know if you can make that on the camera, just running up the side of this road. Mixed byways from like gravel tracks to full-on deep rutted monsters. I'm hoping today we can do a few gravel tracks on Salisbury. All of the tank tracks should be open today. I think they're usually marked with a red flag if they're closed for training, but I think the army has downtime over the Easter weekend, so it should be mostly open today. But we'll see when we get there. It's super exciting. Right, we just had to have a little stop off because Imber is not easily found. I thought perhaps for the open day they might have just like put up a little sign, but absolutely not. So we basically got to take to one of these tank tracks, I think. And it's in here somewhere. And there we go. Oh, there we go. There's a sign. Amazing. So let's go and find Imber. This is so exciting. I've wanted to come here for so long. And now I'm finally going to see Imber. And I really hope it lives up to... Oh, you know, you shouldn't have expectations. But to be allowed into this part of the world, which is usually closed off to the public, I think it's pretty special, you know? So I don't know if you can see on my sat-nav, the road literally runs out and there's a big empty patch. And we're going to now head into the empty patch on the sat-nav. Oh, that's so exciting. There we go. We're off the end of the road. Unexploded military debris. Wow! Oh, this is amazing. So a little bit of backstory on Imber from what I can, I can just see it nested in the hills over there. It's a church. So it was taken over in 1943 with a promise that like the people could go back to their homes eventually, but they were never asked to go back. So the village was then controlled by the military, and it's remained like that since 1943, which was just at the end of World War One. But it still stands today, and like I say, it's used for training purposes, and the church still stands, as do the houses, and just open twice a year for Christmas and Easter, to come and pay a visit. Oh, look at that tank over there! A few of the bikes here. Brick buildings in the 70s, so the original village kind of got flattened, but all, like I say, all that remains is the church, so you can probably hear that dinging away in the background, being all pretty. So I'll go up and have a look. Out the village, back over to on the 1st of November, the remaining 135 residents were given their marching orders. They just gave them 47 days to pack up their lives and leave. There was very little help for them. You know, reading the stuff on the wall of the church, it was just basically saying, well, you know, this is the way it is and good luck, and if we can help then we might help you. But the blacksmith, he didn't really want to leave, and by 17th of December 1943 the village was completely deserted. But the village blacksmith, he was the village blacksmith for 44 years in Imber. And on the day of the evacuation he was taken ill and then died a few days later, and the rumour is that he died of a broken heart. So I came to Imber full of excitement and like, oh, this is going to be so cool, it's all derelict buildings and it's really exciting and everything. And I mean, it's super impressive to see. But what has got to me is the sad backstory on it. You know, these people were forced into leaving their village and just kind of fending for themselves, really. It's like tough luck, you've got to move out and that's the way it is. So although it's a really super interesting place to visit, it's just tainted with such sadness of how, you know, cruel life can be sometimes, and rather unfair. There's one thing I hate is injustice, and there was really not much help for the people that were leaving, and that's pretty sad. Left Imber and on the road out, look at that tank. That's had a bit of a hard time by the look of it. Oh, the weather has really closed in, but we're going to persevere because we're not fair weather riders. But look at this Salisbury plain. You know, how often do you get to see? Oh, there's all the oh, look at all the tanks over there. Wow, there's like a proper tank graveyard. Wow, how cool is that? I don't know if you can make that out on camera. We were so busy looking at the one on the one side of the road, and then I didn't see all the others on the other side of the road. Distracted. So we just enjoyed riding that road so much because it was so interesting, and the views are pretty spectacular apart from the rain. We decided to ride the road again because it's just like, you just don't get the chance to do this, and why just do it once when you could do it twice? And I just love the abandoned tanks that are around and stuff. It's amazing. You see the old trucks lying there, and that tank over there, and then there's one over there. Tanks everywhere. And then over on the hill there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I can count at least 10 shells of tanks just on the hill. You can see the road leading down to Imber, down the valley there. What a place. I can totally recommend coming and seeing this. Right, that's it. We've left the Imber range, sort of. We're still on Salisbury Plain. So I don't know what we're going to do next. Because we want to do a bit more exploring if we can. But until we get some sort of phone signal, we're a little bit stuck. And there's absolutely zero phone signal out this way at all. Wow! Oh, this is so cool! Right, I've bitten the bullet. This is my first byway on Bruce. Let's see how we go. This is my first ever off-road on a big bike. I've put him in off-road mode, whatever that means. And let's hope for the best. I could probably do with letting some pressure out of my tyres. But let's just wing it and see how we feel. I'm so tense, I need to just let it off a little bit. If I was on Doug, I wouldn't even think about this. But the last thing I want to do is be dropping Bruce. It's raining. I'm sure it'll be worth it. I'm relaxing a little bit now. There we go. So, I've always wanted to come to Salisbury Plain and have a look at the trails, because I heard a lot of it is just kind of gravel like this. Nothing too technical. Wow! Terrifying! Should we just go for a mooch until the road gets too scary and then turn round? I reckon that way. And out on the plains is this whole village on its own. That's crazy! That's even bigger. Oh, this is amazing. So we're just continuing to mooch around on the just on the gravel tracks, but it's just super interesting to be on Salisbury Plain and like there's not a soul. Apart from the odd camper van that's obviously staying over, but it's so bleak. It's wonderfully bleak. This is like my serious happy place, this sort of thing. So we just stopped to take some photos, and like we've just been saying, we've got to come back. This is just so good for exploring. I'd love to do this on the Himalayan. It'd be so much more. I'm just tense on this and I shouldn't be. But you can't help it, it's a big bike to go over on. It's really hard to figure out which way to go. I don't know, that goes to the barracks, so that's no good.
A few moments later.
So we just had to ask a nice security man because we are quite lost. But we went on a road we shouldn't have, but and I apologise profusely, but he said it's alright, we get that all the time. So we didn't get shot, which is really good. So yeah, there we go, that was Salisbury Plain. So it's getting quite late in the day, it's like 4 o'clock now. But this is a place we're going to have to come back to and do some more exploring, because there's so much more to see. So we've left Salisbury Plain and now we're just about to head through Avebury. I think we might have to stop for a bit of a stretch and let's go and see if we can pull over somewhere in Avebury. And have a bit of a stretch. Past the crazy stones. Here we are at Avebury, and this, oh, the sugar's just blown away. So the Red Lion pub, it resides in the centre of a stone circle, and it appeared on Most Haunted, I think, and they all got freaked out because there's like loads of ghosts here and that sort of thing. So it's like reportedly one of the most haunted pubs. I suppose it's going to have something about it being stuck in the middle of a stone circle, but yeah. Parking here is alright. You literally just you can use their car park if you buy a drink or get a bit of grub, and you just pop your number plate in at the bar, and then there's some free parking, so that's pretty good. So we're going to enjoy our hot drinks and try and blow some of this dust out of my nose from the Salisbury Plains, and then we'll carry on with the day. I think we've sat officially in the windiest corner. Jezzy's milk is a bit worse for wear. Oh, it's got the contents of the car park in it. Right, that is it. We have got really fed up with the wind, and gonna get back on the bikes and then start heading home, I think. Alright, we just left Avebury after a much needed hot drink in this relentless wind. I think it's like Storm Dave tonight. Who wants a storm called Dave? What kind of name is that? Anyway, sorry to all the Daves out there, no offence, but Storm Dave, really? So I think we're going to take a fairly direct route home. I had all grand ideas of perhaps visiting the White Horse on the way back, which is just off to our right in a minute, and doing a last little couple of byways. But I think the wind has got to us. It's 5:30 now and we're about an hour and a half from home, so if we take in the extra bits, it's going to be a super late night. I have to say, one thing with this bike that I truly love when doing boring old dual carriageways is bunging on the cruise control, setting it to a legal speed limit. And just kind of kicking back a little bit and just giving my limbs a bit of a rest. It's just so handy to have that. absolute bee's knees today. I've just been riding along with tunes on in my luggos. Jez has gone off back home to Stratford, and I've been having trouble keeping my eyes open. I'm like in such a comfy place. My eyes are getting heavy. Just listening to the whine of the fuel pump and the chug of the engine. It's what a happy place to be when this bike is good. I love it. It's so good. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's adventure. Imber, I didn't really know what to expect. You can only read so much on the internet, and what grabbed me was just the sadness that's attached to it. But if you get a chance, go and visit. I'll put the link to the description of their open days, and have a look for yourself. Well worth a visit. And then Salisbury Plain, oh, it's wind. Salisbury Plain is just an insane playground for off-roading. We got a little bit lost on there and ended up on a road that we weren't really meant to be on, but that was okay. There was no red flag flying or anything, so it's perfectly safe. But more research is needed before hitting Salisbury again. But I think the plan is in maybe July is to load up the Himalayans with all the camping gear, find a cozy camping site, and then have a couple of days down there and do some exploring, because we just couldn't give it the time it needed today. And of course the Himalayans are a little bit better geared for doing some heavier off-road than old Brucey is. Saying that, Bruce on the gravel tracks today was really good. I was really nervous to start with, as you know, we all are when we try something new. But as I relaxed into it, it was great. Such a lot of fun, and Bruce is covered in Salisbury Plain dust. He's quite brown. So he looks like he's had a day out. He's like got a holiday face. Anyway, for now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to all the new subscribers that keep on subscribing. It just makes me so happy that you're enjoying this content. I know it's few and far between, but I hope it's a bit of quality rather than quantity. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, click a like, and go and have a mooch around the other videos that's on the channel. There's some interesting stuff now. But whilst you're doing that, if you go out, please ride safe, and I will see you in the next upload. Take it easy. See you again.